Alright, so I don't know if this is going to go up, and every time I say I don't know if it's going to go up, it definitely goes up. So, this is now the third day of me coming out to the new gym. I still have the old gym membership with the pool and Whistling Wally, although he hasn't been there in a month, so that's good. And they're starting renovations at the old gym because they're like, oh shit, the new big corporate thing is coming in here. And, you know, they finished half the showers, and it's nicer now. I mean, they could have just cleaned the old ones a little better, right? But, where am I going? But they finished those new showers. The one problem is the LED lights. This has now been a topic. We've breached it. There will be more videos. Don't worry about it. But, my God, it's awful. Everywhere you have these new LED lights. The new lights of the old gym, the bathroom lights, they're just awful. It's like, who wants to take a shower in you know, just prison spotlights or something, you know? Who wants to do that? And it's not even that bad. But speaking of, yeah, you can guess why I don't like, where am I supposed to go here? Oh, for fuck's sake. Am I? Yeah, I don't have a set route of where I'm supposed to go, so okay. I have the GPS on the camera as I'm recording, so that's always fun. You know. But the lights at the new gym, God, it's so awful. It's like it's just this big corporate thing. And oh, it's awesome. You know how much it got? $250 a month. I'd pay it, except the lights in like the jacuzzi, steam room, sauna area, you know, I don't want to create too much noise, but I need to get the fog off the windows if I want to be able to drive correctly. But the lights in the jacuzzi area, they're basically, the incandescence, the color / temperature of the lights is 2700 kelvins, 27K. Is the right. The halogens that were slightly more efficient were about 3,000. The shitty LEDs are 5,000-6,000. Now you can get the calmer, better LEDs. And we'll do a whole video on that because, boy, I have some fun things to say about that. But I have a tool that measures this on this camera. Okay, and the lights that are basically throughout the building are basically 4,000, 4,500K. So it is not incandescent. It is not a nice warm glow at all, you know. And again, we'll actually, freaking thing, it's some kind of fly that's been in here for a week. It's dead. This is off to a slow start, but the point is, the lights in the new gym are about 4,000, 4,500. Now, you know, you say on the gym floor, fine, whatever. Indoor pool, fine, whatever, right? It's all a bit fine. I still prefer 3,000, 27, the incandescence, fine. But in the kind of jacuzzi, steam room area, shower area, you not just have these harsher lights that are closer to 5,000 for it is also the lumens of it. In the shower I measured it. It's 1,000 lumens or luxes or whatever. 1,000. Right? And it's like I've yet to measure what it is in my bathroom even with all the lights on. It is nowhere near that. It might be 100, 200. And it's enough so I'm not tripping over everything. But it's just kind of awful that you're sitting in the jacuzzi and it's like, oh, it's nice. And it's just like, you're squinting. It's like, what is this shit? You know? And I measured that it's actually, there's more lumens. It's brighter in the sauna area. Well, not in the sauna itself. We'll get to that. It's brighter in there. There's more lumens, right? It's about the same temperature, the nasty 4,000. Again, especially in the bathrooms, especially in the jacuzzi area, you could have a warmer temperature. And it's confusing because warmer temperature means less kelvins. Yeah, it's the cooler the light, the higher the temperature. I get that. But the higher the number, 5,000, 6,000, those are the generic LEDs. They're just so awful. Okay, there's a cop on our left over here. That it's just, I mean, it's too bright, number one. There's too many lights, okay? And number two, the temperature of the lights is too cold. It's that harsher blue light. Oh, like all the headlights they have now right behind us. And it's like, this is not relaxed. How come no one thinks of these things? Like, oh, it's the sauna area. It's the jacuzzi area. It doesn't need to be ass-blindingly bright. It's brighter in the jacuzzi area than it is in the indoor pool. I was measuring maybe 400 lumens. I was just walking around the pool with the app open, and it was like 400 or 500 lumens most on the indoor pool. Okay, and then inside the jacuzzi it's like 600. In the shower it's 1,000. The shower, you're like, oh, it's so nice to go home, and it's blasting my eyeballs out. Now, that's bad enough that you can't relax in the fucking bathtub. The sauna itself is not that hot. You know, at the older place where, you know, it's kind of run down, and, you know, I complain about that, but in the place where it's a little more run down, they at least crank it up to 180. And then you got some Russians who pour water on it, even though technically they're not supposed to. Everyone says you're not supposed to, but it doesn't damage the thing, right? Well, I know how to get home. I don't even need GPS at this point anymore. But the point is, the sauna has these little pinhole lights everywhere, but there's enough light from the car's making. Yeah, that still is a thing. Wonderful. It's more of an annoyance than a performance issue, but especially it's a little wet. It's raining a little bit. It's getting a little colder, although it was like 65 today, but anyways, getting back to the sauna. So there's little pinhole lights in the ceiling, and when you look at the bench, or you look at your lap, or you look at the towel, it's the same crap. It's the same 4,000K kind of harsh white light. It's starting to be pretty harsh. And even though, you know, it's not that, you know, it's not a full blast of a bulb, you know, I measured it, it's maybe 5 lux. It's not very much, but because of the harshness of the light, it's not calming in there. You know, if you had more lumens but the temperature of the light was like an incandescent, it would still be better, right? So anyways, yeah, I had hopes for the new place that, oh, they're spending tons of money on it, but it's like there's no heart and soul to these big corporate behemoths. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed a corporate place with 100 locations around the country, that's 100,000 square feet, doesn't have heart and soul to it? Who could have guessed? You know? They also have one of these SuitMate machines that's spinning right next to the steam room area, of course, because it's not working yet. They had a sign that it's going to be working on the 15th. Today is the, I don't know what it is, right? Now, getting back to the outdoor pools, the outdoor pool was, so again, I give the old place a lot of shit, but they have the pools open, including the outdoor ones, until 30 minutes until the whole place closes. So if they close at 10 usually, it's open till 9:30. The outdoor pools close around sunset. Now, sunset in November now comes at 5:30. After the rollback of the time, which, you know, is disrupting my sleep, of course. Is someone playing music? And the leaf blower lens. Bye-bye. Those nice harsh LEDs we're seeing. And those LEDs are even worse. The headlight ones are even worse when it's kind of foggy, when it's kind of drizzling, when it's raining, because the moisture it goes through just amplifies the awfulness of these lights. You know, I think we're going to drive a little more again because I need to get this off my chest. I'm going to have a strongly worded email, you know, after they've taken my deposit and the first month prorated, but because it's like, well, no, let's finish with the review. So the outdoor pool would be so. And again, okay, fine. I can rearrange my time around it. I like the other thing about having an outdoor pool open late is there's few people out there by then. You know, I'm not good with that one either. Or harsh LEDs. Oh my god, you can see it on my face. They're replacing the street. Oh, we're gonna do a Streelight video as well. It's just the helplessness people. I don't know, people. I feel over these things because they're also replacing. You can see the warmness of the streetlights here. You can every once in a while see a white one sneaking in because they're replacing these as well. I've written into them about it. We'll get to that video. And but the outdoor pool, it was too cold and stuff. I mean, I hope they're heating it. It might be just like, fuck you, we're actually not heating it for the whole winter, sucker. They have 2 indoor lap pools and a kiddie pool. The kiddie pool is 3 feet, so you can sort of do some laps in there, head above water. It was 86 degrees. That was the only pool that was warm enough. The indoor lap ones are like 78, 79. It's like, I want to do slow grandma swimming. Now, I haven't written in, maybe they're accommodating. It is new, right? I'm actually surprised that they opened 3 days ago and everything was basically in working order, right? But it is very generic. It is, again, it's just the lights. You know, it's very harsh to sit there and you're just squinting. That's not relaxing, you know? And that's what it comes down to is I want to have a nice warm pool to swim in. And again, here they don't seem to have it. It's your turn, sir, to make a goddamn right. Jesus Christ. I love these people who don't know how to drive a car, who don't know basic rules of traffic. You have the right turn there, sir. You're the one who has to take it. Anyways. You know, so it's not relaxing for me to swim in 78, 79 degrees. It really makes a huge difference. In the summer, maybe it's 100 degrees, and then, of course, the pool's always 90. But, always how it is. Yeah, let's keep driving here. And, you know, to their credit, the old gym, well, they try to keep the outdoor pool open late. But, you know, if it gets cold enough, they don't put the tarps on it anymore since COVID, you know? In fact, we can take the GPS off, I think. There's no need to. Hold on. Come on, GPS, get off of here. Okay. So what's my point? It's a little too hot in here. So, yeah, the outdoor pool is warm enough, but sometimes it's not. If it gets too cold, the heater can't keep up. They don't have the staff to give a shit about putting the tarps on it anymore. You know, so it's like, well, you're fucked. And then there's a kiddie indoor pool, which is warm enough. It's 86, 88. But if there's kids in there, you know, usually you know, on the weekdays they close it late, so there's generally no kids in there anymore. You know, so it's like, okay, you can do some running in there. I can make it work. I don't even need a proper pool all the time. But the indoor lap pool is like 78, 79. And again, if you're doing sprinting, 78 is perfect, you know? But I don't do sprinting, right? So the point is, of course, the directions keep popping up on here. It's annoying me. It doesn't, taking the GPS off doesn't now, because why would it? No. I'm annoyed with it. You can't see it, so I'm just crazy, but I'll ignore it. Go back, go that way, take a U-turn. It's like, no, go away. But when you exit out, it doesn't, right? It just X's out the pop-up viewer, not the directions. And that's fine. I'm just going to be annoyed with it. We can do it. Okay, so I'm very distracted here. But the point is, yeah, I need a nice warm place to swim, a nice quiet place, a calm place. The outdoor pool at the old gym, they have those ass-blasting lights. I think I've talked about that before. They put up these lights, and it's just awful. It's like, this is not for safety. This is just to annoy me. It is like shining a flashlight into my face, you know? Like, this is a nice calm. This is some old light here. You know, there's good lights on the street we pass by. Sometimes you can see, this is calming. This is okay. So I just, again, how hard is it? I want a nice, relatively warm pool. Because the old pool, back when I lived in Bel Air and Meyerland and all that, the JCC I went to, they actually had a bunch of old people there. And old people love their hot pools, and so do I. So it was great, because that was more of a geriatric clientele. And they're like, if it's not 86 degrees, they'll like throw 10. Like, they will overthrow the place and burn it to the ground. So old people need their 85, 86 pools, and so do I. But at the new place, the only thing that was 86 was basically the kiddie pool. Nobody was in there because it was like 9 on a Sunday. So but if I go there at 5, there's lots of kids there. I'm not gonna strong arm them out of the way. So I get the one part of the kiddie pool that's 3 feet, the deepest of the pool, right? I think we want to take a U-turn here. All right. So it's like, how hard is it that we have a pool, it's warm, okay? Again, you have 2 pools, have a colder one, have a warmer one. There's 3 lap pools here. And all of them are below 80. Thank you, right? Oh, this is a hill. So it's just frustrating. And again, a calm place, a nice calm sauna. People can talk. This doesn't have to be a vow of silence. People can talk, but can we not have the coffee grinder / leaf blower / jackhammer called a soup mate that's buzzing every 30 seconds somebody dries their soup, right? I've had the video where I put in the soup mate. I'm sure it's one of them. It's just so frustrating. How is it possible that nobody has figured out? We're gonna have a nice, calm, warm place or warm pool night, and we're gonna just have. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cool in the chill way, okay? There's not going to be screaming. There's not going to be loud music. And again, the loud music as well, that's another thing, is here, even in the, they didn't have any dedicated speakers, thankfully, in the jacuzzi area. But they did have, even in the locker rooms, it's just playing, I don't know, pop top 40 or something. It's like some of these songs I might like, but not like blasted in my ears, Like, stop it, Yeah, and I think the sauna only goes up to 160, so it's like you have to sit in there, which is fine, I guess. Okay, I could probably get used to that, but it's just kind of disappointing, It's kind of disappointing that this is like all the really nice big mansions here. It really is disappointing that I'll have to write in, because again, I can always come home and sit in my hot tub. I don't have a hot tub, but the big tub you can fill up with water, it's cheaper. But if you already have a gym membership, it's like, why is it this complicated to not have ass-blinding lights in the calm, soothing jacuzzi area? Where, again, it's basically almost cool daylight LEDs blasted bright at you, where I have to squint. It's like, how is this called? Why did no one think of this? Again, it seems like this is like designed by AI. It's like, it looks good. But there's just something missing to it. Again, corporate behemoths don't have that soul to it, Is this an exit? Where is the exit here? Oh boy, we missed it again. Well, these cul-de-sacs are sure fun to... That's basically it. The outdoor pool was too... Oh, and I missed the other thing. The outdoor pool, the other issue with it is, of course, there's fucking loud music there. Like, it's just piped in, right? And I measured, it was over 80 decibels. Like, it was just kind of starting to be kind of painful. And it's like, well, thank God it's too cold to swim in the pool. Otherwise, you know, I might be offended by this loud music and really inconvenienced by it. I jumped in on the first day. It was like 79 degrees, which is too cold, but I could do a couple laps back and forth. You know, but it's just so, like, how is this so complicated? Okay, have a pool that's warm. And okay, I'll write in, but like even the jacuzzi area, it's like, how come there's just no thought put into this? That don't just start screwing light bulbs in everywhere. You know, it's so obnoxious. I have no idea I'm gonna get out of here. Man, these cul-de-sacs are just, it's cul-de-sac on cul-de-sac here. I think we'll go out this way. There we go. That's right as well. You know what? Well, let's go this way. So that's me gathering my thoughts, if that's possible. I also have a cold now. It's not that bad. I don't really get too sick anymore. Well, I never really have. But I haven't had like a bad cold where I couldn't get out of bed in a long, long time. Okay, the LEDs. It's just blinding. It's awful. It's terrible. Everything is just so awful, you know, and it's so unnecessarily so. It's like, okay, fine, I don't have a purpose in life, you know, I'm basically a hermit, fine, okay, fine. Can I just have some quiet and peace and not have blinding lights in my face all day long? Is there a calming place where I can just be, you know? And again, the irony is that at home at night is not too bad, you know, left bozo number 3. For all his or her faults, at least they're not loud at night. They do have the leaf blowers every 2-3 weeks there, but the dogs bark a lot too, but whatever. They leave a lot of poop in the backyard there, in the #1 place to live. But at least they're at night, they're not loud. Because left bozo number 1 was also very loud at night. Just had blasting music. Ugh, what an awful place. What's my point here? So yeah, okay, here's another shitty light here. Well, do we see it on my face? I don't think we see it quite, but some of the replacement lights for the street lights are also terrible. I'll do a video on that for sure. It's just, it's so depressing doing these videos because it's like everything's shit, man. And it's like, yeah, that's just the truth of it. And it's unnecessarily so because again, this new gym costs, I don't know, it's over 100,000 square feet. It's like the biggest one in Texas, right? And they've done 100 of these. So can you figure out how to screw in a light bulb properly, like a good one? That maybe, again, it doesn't need to have the ambiance of a gay bathhouse, but you know, we don't need to use the brightest lights. You know, it's a jacuzzi. You know, you could literally use 1/10 of the lighting and still have people not tripping over, and it would be a nice calming place. But this is not calming, and the pool's not hot enough. You know, it's just frigid. I don't look forward to that. And again, there's all this wealth here, all this money. How fucking hard is it to get the temperatures a little hotter, to get the light bulbs working properly? How hard is that? And we'll figure out, because I bought 8-9 different kind of light bulbs. Oh, we're going to do a video on that soon, or maybe that'll go up for, I don't know. But it's so depressing. It's so because these things really shouldn't be that complicated. Here's some shitty headlight, well, the headlights are shitty too, but the street lights are also terrible. And it's just unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. There's no good ambiance, you know? I'll read an article about how Rome is ruining their lights. This is from 2017. You know, they had a nice glow like what we're seeing back here. There's some good glows here. Some of that wasn't, but there's some good glows. And then you see the contrast of these LEDs coming in, and it's like, ugh, it's like this is a prison yard. Ugh, it's disgusting. Stop it. It's too bright and it's too white. You know? But let's ruin everything because we'll save 2 cents or something. You know, if that. Here's a cul-de-sac or something. I don't know where we even are. Oh boy. Oh, this is the rich people's gated community. This is a cul-de-sac, so we'll get back to where we were coming. Yep. Oh boy. Cul-de-sacs or not. You know, they feel scary, but I think they're actually supposed to be a lot safer because you're just so hysterical about where am I going. Right. Okay, we made it back here. So it's just really disappointing. How hard is it to get a pool? Again, at least one, because again, old people like the warmth. I like the warmth. You know, and again, they have 3 lap pools here. 3. You know, the other place has 3 lap lanes as well, functionally, plus it kind of bleeds in, but they basically have 3 lap pools that could be separately heated. Indoor, outdoor lap, outdoor rec lap, that's right. And it's like, why are we not, why is it that no one gives a shit, you know? You know, it's really frustrating. But I guess this is part of the pain process of me just figuring out what my values are, you know. And, God, this is an awful light here. I think you can see it on my, I don't know. But this is a terrible light here, too, and over there, too. And they're replacing all the nice, warm ones with crap. I have the proof. So, but yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to send him an email and say, hey, so can you change the temperature? Can you change the lights? Because there's no point. $250 fucking dollars. I mean, I'd pay twice as much if it was like worth it. A nice warm pool. There's no. Then some bozo is playing his YouTube thing yesterday, right outside the sauna. I'm fat. I have to listen to the speakerphone. And then even inside the sauna, where there's a sign that says you have to use headphones. Speaking of headphones, I don't know if the bass comes through or not. How could that not come through? I always say that, and you can hear it precisely just like I am. Just the number one place, like the boorishness and churlishness of people, you know. It's just, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? I don't want to listen to your music. What is this? It's 10:44. Gradually, I began to hate them. What the fuck is this? And this is sort of the beats you sometimes hear in the, Goodbye, sir. And these are sometimes the beats you hear in the locker room at the new gym now. It's like, why does there have to be goddamn music everywhere? And there was a guy in the sauna playing music, or not music, but the fucking phone. It's like, when did this happen? That it's okay to be in an enclosed sauna room that's supposed to be nice and calming, and I'm listening to other people's fucking boorish music selection, or boorish, you know, typing and listening to some YouTube video. Why? When did this become appropriate? When did everything become some shitty bus somewhere? You know? You know, and I'm just thinking, okay, where do I go? Swimming has been I've tried to make swimming a more relaxing thing for me. And you know, in the outdoor pool, it's nice air. Even if it's cold, it's good. Can't you get rid of the spotlights directed seemingly always into my eyeballs? Is that too hard? You know? Could we have the pool at a temperature that is proper? And it's just the not giving a fuck, you know? It's just so soul-crushing, really. And it's like, okay, fine, I don't have my life figured out at all. That's unfortunate. It's just a lonely, miserable mess. Fine, okay. Can I just have some peace and quiet? No, because Bozo has to play his music here. Bozo has to play that same music at his house next to mine sometimes. Left Bozo number 1. Bozo has to play that music in the sauna, in the fucking sauna, that explicitly says not to do that, you fucking douchebag, you know? But hey, what am I going to say? You know, you're being a douchebag. Somebody's playing the same exact, the place is playing the same exact bullshit on the speakers in the locker room, so what fucking difference does it make, you know? I really just yearn for quiet and peace and not the loudness and the flashing lights and everything that's terrible. You know, it is just so awful. So, I don't know, I'm going to have to send an email, but again, the new place is just really not better. I mean, it's cleaner, it's new, but it's like the lights are... But the new place is renovating, as I mentioned. The new showers of the old... The lights are terrible there. Maybe they'll have the bright idea to redo the whole sauna. Well, and whenever they, in the last couple years, when they've updated, when the lights have burned out in the sauna, they put in new lights that are literally like the brightest lights you could imagine. Even if you put it outside on a building, it'd be like, what the fuck is this? And you're putting it in the steam room, in the sauna. Everyone just started putting these towels on it. It was just so awful. How does somebody who works for a place like this, how does the manager or anybody say, yeah, we need lights in there, and make sure it's 10,000 megawatts in the sauna? I mean, so to make sure, you know, the elderly don't trip over themselves, maybe a 40-watt old appliance bulb would be enough. And I know it's enough because I recently put a 40-watt appliance bulb right outside the downstairs door. It illuminates the entire deck. You can even see the fence. And that's one little 40-watt bulb. Okay? So that would be more than adequate to provide illumination for a sauna or a steam room. 40 watts. And that's the old 40 incandescent watts, which is what you should use because LEDs are terrible. You know? 40 watts. And you can illuminate a little room. And it's a sauna. It's supposed to be dark. You're not supposed to be, you know... So it's that lack of giving a fuck of, our job is to put a light in the sauna. Okay, does it have to be literally 1,000 watts? Does it have to be that one? Fuck me, you know? How is this complicated? These are multi-million-dollar facilities. Why is it so complicated? You know? And I'm also just kind of kicking myself. Man, if I put some money in, like a little, I knew about it, but you know, people lose it. Man, it'd be so nice to be like, fuck it. I can just buy up some blinding LED here. Absolutely awful. These headlights are terrible too. And then at least I can be miserably alone somewhere, but at least it would be quiet. You know, at least that wouldn't be an issue. At least it would be a calming misery. You know? I think we're going to have to drive some more. This is going to be a long one, kids. But, again, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, once, because a lot of this is, I don't want to get into details, because that's even more miserable, but the point is, when things turn around a little bit financially, not that I'm, you know, starving or anything, but I don't have the resources, let's just be honest, to just say, fuck it, I'll buy hundreds of acres here, throw a couple pools here, and fuck it, I don't care. Am I going to get there? I don't know, probably not. But, you know, having a 2-lane pool, you know, if you properly design that, put in lane ropes on both sides, you could actually do a nice amount of swimming in it. You know, and that's, you know, you look it up, it's $100,000. Now, I complain about having too big of a house here as well at $1,700. I don't need it. I could use, what, 4 or 5 at most. The old apartment was $500, right? Back in the old times. And that, I didn't even use the back bedroom. I had a futon in the corner of the main living room where my office was. And there was a kitchen, a little galley apartment kitchen. I loved it. It was okay. Right? So okay, you new construction, super luxury, whatever, $200 a square foot. Is that what they're saying? Okay, so you do 500, 200, that's another $100,000, right? Maybe it costs a little more because, you know, startup cost, you know, the fixed costs are more and they want to squeeze you for money and okay, that's another $100,000. Okay, we're at 200,000. That's less than the house is worth now. Land, you know, where do you buy that? Where do you hook it? Okay. So it's not impossible to think of these things, but it's just so, oh boy, there's the whistling. A whistling Wally has here's another shitty light. I don't think you can see it. It still is very yellow because of this light in here, but no, it's another crap new LED street light that's nice and white instead of the nice orange glow that you see from the old ones. Now everything is just turning to shit, you know, unnecessarily so. I have to add, unnecessarily so. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. I think I've talked myself. Well, have I talked enough? Probably, but it's a little too hot again in here. Ooh, I think we're gonna have another cul-de-sac here at some point. Oh, that's another horrible light. Maybe we'll see it on the back here somewhere. Is that the horrible light? I don't know. I think you can see the color difference on some of these. The ones we see here are still okay. This is an okay light. But some of them are like super white. Why? Why isn't somebody in charge who's like, let's just have it the same look? But that's another video. We'll do that too. I have an intersection where you have 3. I took a picture of it already. There's an intersection somewhere around here where there's 3 lights and they're all a different color. It's like, and it's not some holiday thing or some kind of, it's not a holiday thing. It's just thoughtlessness. It's, oh, we'll put some shit light we got here, stick it in there, and that's it. Oh, they all look like shit? I mean, all of them are bad because they're blinding you and they're, okay, none of that matters. Just put it all in. Ugh, who cares? You know, absolutely no thought goes into these things. So, yeah, that's it. It's just very little thought goes into these things for sure. You know, this might be not such a terrible place to walk through at night here. I think there's a public parking lot. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I'll do some videos on that too. I've done a video on the LED lights that are terrible on the waterway. Yeah, that they're all different lights as well there too. And some of them are just blinding. I haven't done that video, but it's like you cannot walk down what's supposed to be a nice little scenic waterway because the new lights are just ear piercing. I mean, it's just awful. You know? Like you can, okay, fine. I'll listen to leaf blowers all day long. Fine. I'll go to a cold pool that's miserable. I'll be in a jacuzzi, that is, the eyes are piercing me in the eyes. But you know what, at 11, I'll go down to the waterway and I'll get my eyes pierced there too. Because it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because again, how hard is it? Do you like staring at these awful lights? You know, I don't think it's just my sensitivity or whatever. These are not good lights. You know. It's really frustrating. You know, that lack of sense of belonging. Oh, this place is good. This place is nice. People have this figured out. I like to be part of this. You know. And oh yeah, celebrate. Yeah, you have these flyers on the side of the streetlights celebrating 50 years of the woodland, celebrating 50 years of excellence. Did you know it's 50 years of this? 50 years of this. Good Lord. I think we should probably head back. I think the GPS is still doing its thing. You know. 41 minutes. Well, you know what? Let's drive home. Can I finish this? Can I ramble on for another whatever? 10 minutes? How do I even turn around here? Oh, looks like there's a possum in the road or something. Yeah. All right. Although technically I can find myself back home because we just did kind of straight this way, straight that way. I don't think there's been a single car in the last few minutes. So, but anyways, I mean, let's sum up. Yeah, let's do a nice quick summary. So, unfortunately, the new gym is very disappointing because the pools are cold. I'll have to send an email and ask, and maybe they'll, because again, it is 3 days, I get that, but do you have plans to have a warmer one, or just fuck everyone? Yeah. Ask about the lights in there, because, you know, they're just going to change it all out for me, you know? But how is it that after doing 100 of these, people just don't think, hey, for the 101st location, can we have not blinding lights in the jacuzzi? Again, doesn't have to have the ambiance of a gay bathhouse. But, you know, can it be just kind of warm and inviting? You know, that it doesn't feel like someone's piercing your eyeballs out with a flashlight. You get enough of that on the roads now, from the headlights, from the new street lights, from the light trespass from your neighbor's shitty lights that they have there in the garage that they don't turn off ever. Can we have a calm place, you know, in the jacuzzi area? No. Can we make sure people aren't playing their shitty speakerphone in the sauna, right next to the sauna? I mean, there's some. And that's what I've been looking for. I mean, even before I moved out. I mean, one of the reasons I moved out here, oh, it's the woodlands. Oh, it's nature. Oh, well, about that. Right? I mean, even before this, I always went out to state parks. And, you know, even there, you know, I always avoided the weekends because people, they're loud and obnoxious. But, you know, I'm going to have to head back to the Lone Star Trail when it stops being so wet, because that has been the calming place that's within an hour from here. That's not always, but almost always, you know, nice and calm. And that's just what I need, you know. That is a foundational sort of thing. But it is disappointing. It's like, the lights are just bad. Like, I'm really sorry. They're really bad. Let's see. So, yeah, the outdoor temperature, or the outdoor pool's too cold. Indoor pools are too closed. What are you guys going to do about that? Is there anything? Can one of them be hot? You know? And what about the lights? I mean, the lights are really bad. Like, I didn't want to start bitching and moaning the first day. Because, you know, it's new. I'll get used to it. Oh, try it. Yeah, I've been through that horse shit before. And how do I get back here? This is the cul-de-sac again. The second cul-de-sac for the second time. think so. Are we headed the right way now, or? I have no idea. You know, it'd be great if they had like signs or something. I think we're headed the wrong way. Are we headed the wrong way? No, I think we're headed the right way, or not. I might have to put the GPS back on, but I think I said what I had to say. Okay, no, we're this is the bridge, right? Is it the bridge? Are we headed the right way or the wrong way? This is the right street. I don't know if we're headed the right way, though. Who knows? I think we're headed the wrong way. Right street, wrong way, but and there's a U-turn here, so that's good. I think this sounds about right. So yeah, that's basically it. The pool temperatures are too cold, and the ambiance of at least the sauna and the jacuzzi area is just too bright. You know, can we do something about that? Because it's really not worth it. Like, I went up to the gym today. It's on the, I think, the 3rd story or something. And it's generically nice, I guess. If you're into gym stuff, there's a lot of machines. But why are they playing music there? You know, it was like 70 decibels. I measured it. Why? Like, anybody can put earbuds in. Why are they playing music? I don't understand. Is there a need for music? You know? Like, anybody can play music now with earbuds in. So why have that? Because if I want to play music, or I want to listen to podcasts, or just, you know, just have the ambience of the place, listening to clanking weights, that would be preferable to music. But somehow, it's just a thing everywhere, that we have to play background music. You know, piped-in music everywhere. Why? That's another insane thing to me. That why is it? It's not relaxing at all. You know, it's just more noise, more junk noise that is just pointless. You know, is there an entrepreneur who's like, hey, I'm going to make a gym that's not obnoxious. We're not going to have blinding lights in places that don't need, like on the gym floor. Fine. I mean, I don't like these LEDs still. Maybe you can do the nicer ones or the warmer ones, but okay, fine, whatever. But can we do a nice, calming environment for the sauna, jacuzzi? Why is this complicated? You know? Why does there have to be... Again, I measured it. The lights are... Oh, there was a skunk here. We're home. Okay, let's end it on this. So yeah, why is it that the jacuzzi area has more... Oh, yeah, sorry. That's green. This is not. Oh, now it's green, and now we need to go forward. You know, why is it that the jacuzzi area, it has more brightness? The temperature of the light is the same 4,000 something, but it's brighter. There's more lights. If you measure the brightness of it, there's more lights there. It's insanity. Why does there have to be more lights in the jacuzzi area, over the jacuzzi, than in the indoor pool itself? I mean, it's just basic fucking things like that. So anyways, it's 49 minutes. I've repeated myself ad nauseum. I've promised more videos. And I think we'll end on that. So that's it.